Seattle Mariners baseball on Root Sports is being brought to you by Alaska Airlines. 80 non-stop destinations and growing. By Safeco Insurance. Find a local agent at safeco.com. Do more. By the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. Visit emeraldqueen.com. And by your local Ford stores. Blessed with another wonderful sunset here in Seattle. We send you back out to center field, and Brad Adams.
Well, Dave, thank you very much. Getting you set for the rubber game. Mariners and Astros out here in the pen. Last night, Tuesday, the last Tuesday of the regular season, and that was our last Twitter Tuesday. We had the answers yesterday, the winners tonight. There you have it. Root quarter one, the large pizza. Michael got himself a Bluetooth speaker, a Seager autographed ball, and then you got a jersey for quarter four, quarter five. Evan, you got yourself a Cruz bobblehead. Thanks, everybody, for playing this year. Another successful season of Twitter Tuesday. We hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back in full force next season. We're back with Dave and Mike Blowers. You see the players, they're ready to roll. Sucre's got the gear on. They're ready. It's Tony Zick in the bullpen. There's our starter for tonight for a few innings versus Scott Kazmir and the Astros. First pitch coming up.
A good look at sunset from Golden Gardens as we welcome you to Mariner baseball on this Wednesday as the Mariners get ready for a day off tonight. What they're trying to do is win this series. It's the rubber match with the Houston Astros, a team very much in contention for postseason berth here in the American League. Good to have you with us here in Mariner baseball from Safeco Field. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew. Let's take a look at what Tony Zick will see to start this ball game off.
For manager A.J. Hinch leading off. Jose Altuve, want to keep him off the bases, leads the club in stolen bases. Then it's Springer, a 3-hit night for him last night. Correa, the Gaddis of DH, HOU back cleanup. Then it's Rasmus, Gomez, Balbuena, and Carter, 23 home runs apiece. Not much for average, but both of them with some power. Jason Castro, the catcher, will round out the 9 for the Astros. And for Tony Zick, see what he's done on the year. A 3.55 ERA, only 12 2/3, but 16 strikeouts, just 3 walks. Opponents hitting .260s, giving up 1 home run. For Tony, a good fastball. He will be 95-97 with a really good slider. Now we'll take a look at the defense playing behind him. Frankie Gutierrez getting the start in left field. Sean O'Malley Big base hit last night. He is in center. Mark Trumbo out and right. The Gold Glover, Kyle Seager at third base. Marte Cano playing up the middle. Jesus Montero getting the start at first against the left-hander. And Jesus Sucre will do the catching tonight. For Tony in his last outing, which was in this series, Monday against the Astros, 21 pitches. He pitched an inning, couple of hits, did not give up a run. 1 walk, 2 strikeouts.
We are ready for action as Tony Zych prepares to throw his first pitch as a starter in the big leagues. About that. And he's going to do it against Jose Altuve. First pitch, Mike, what do you think?
Pretty good fastball, and I think he's probably going to swing at it if it's in the area. There you go.
Game's officially underway.
There you go. Fastball, 96 miles an hour. Pretty good run to it. Tony has a good fastball. Mentioned that, and I like the fact that he's starting this game because of the 4 right-handed hitters that the Astros are going to run up there. You have Altuve, Springer, Correa, and Gaddis, all right-handed hitters. And I think his slider will be a big pitch, but he comes right back inside with another good fastball.
60 degrees as we start this evening. Wind out of the southwest at 3. Flags hanging straight down. 0-2 to Altuve. Marte going back. And there's one out.
For Tony Zych, on the year, his longest outing is just 2 innings. He threw 32 pitches. And I think Lloyd will probably let him go as long as he can. Imagine he'll get around 40 pitches tonight if he's able to stay out of trouble. And then it's going to be the rest of the bullpen tonight.
Lloyd talked about Tony Zych being best positioned against this lineup to get him through the first, maybe second time through. There's George Springer, another aggressive free swinger. It's a breaking ball off the plate. George had a fine night on Tuesday, 3 for 5. Had an RBI double in the 5th inning. First 3 times up, single RBI double.
And you can see having a good series, 5 for 8 with a home run. Good slider from Tony.
Mariners won last night's game 6-4. Astros won the opener 3-2. And with that win last night, the Mariners ended a 6-game losing streak and stopped Houston's win streak at 3. Two to George. The day started with Houston trailing the Angels by a half game for the second wild card spot. Yankees holding the top wild card spot. The Angels keep you up to date on all the scores. A lot of interesting things going on in this ball game. Straightaway center field, O'Malley's there. Shot a big hero last night. Huge 2-out, 2-run single in the 8th inning provided the winning margin last night. You want to make a case for this guy, Rookie of the Year, Mike. Some good numbers.
Yeah, I think that you look at him offensively, 3rd in average, but 1st in home runs, 2nd in RBIs. The extra base hits are there for him. Fielding percentage, a little bit shaky, but you would expect that from a young shortstop. 2nd in assists. Strong arm, rangy, but done a lot of damage at the plate for him.
Ball 1 to Correa.
Look at the Astros this year. They are 14th in average, 6th in runs scored, 2nd in home runs, 1st in stolen bases. A lot of power and speed. 2nd in slugging in the American League.
And don't forget 1st in ERA. Another thing too, we talked a little bit about this a couple of nights ago. Their road record, 30-47.
Well, they've been a much better team at home.
53-28 at home.
They've had their struggles. Yeah, they've had their struggles here in September, and it's been hitting with runners in scoring positions been tough for them. And although they've hit some home runs in this series, they've been solo home runs.
Last night, 1 for 10 runners in scoring position, 1 for 4 in Monday's opener. Tony Zych ahead of Correa 1 and 2.
2 for 14 runners in scoring position, and they've hit 4 home runs, all of them solo home runs. Two and 2
to Correa. Swing and a miss. Tony Zek, nice start. Pop up a fly out and a strikeout. That's the way you begin your first major league start. Mariners coming to bat against Scott Kazmir. Houston hometown boy Scott Kazmir, 2-6 since coming over from the A's with a 3.91 ERA. Faces the Mariners here tonight. And let's take a look at that batting order.
For manager Lloyd McClendon leading off. It'll be Ketel Marte. Marte on base a couple of times last night. Also scored a run. Then it is Seager, the DH tonight. Nelson Cruz, he will hit third. Cleanup hitter Robinson Cano has really been swinging the bat well. A 2-run homer in last night's game. Then it's Franklin Gutierrez. 26 extra base hits and 150 at bats this season. He has been very productive. Trumbo, Montero, O'Malley, and Sucre round out the 9 for the Mariners. For Kazmir on the year, 7-11 record, ERA just under 3, 152 strikeouts, 57 walks. Opponents hitting .233. He's given up 18 home runs.
Third time he's facing the Mariners this year, once as an A, and now the second time with the Astros. Ball 1 to Marte. July 2nd with Oakland. They win 8 innings in a 4-0 victory. Marte looks at a strike. On September 2nd, earlier this month in Houston, took the loss, going 4 1/3. Quick work at 1-1.
Third baseman tonight for the Astros, Luis Valbuena, playing even with the bag at third, trying to take the bunt away. You see Chris Carter, the first baseman, also.
This goes to right field, backs up Springer, just shy of the track, one out.
We'll take a look at the rest of the defense for the Astros. Colby Rasmus getting his first start of the series out in left. Carlos Gomez, he has been banged up, but is getting the start in center. Springer out in right. Valbuena, the third baseman. Correa and Altuve. Pretty good combination playing up the middle. Chris Carter, the first baseman, and Jason Castro will do the catching. For Kazmir in his last outing against the Rangers did not go well. You can see just 3 2/3, 10 hits, 6 earned runs, a walk, a strikeout, 88 pitches, and 3 2/3.
Lost his last 3 decisions. His last victory, 22nd of August. Seager fouls one off against the Dodgers. Came over on the 23rd of July from Oakland, and prior to that, previous year's Tampa Bay and the Angels. Kyle Seager swinging it really well over the last month.
Astros have the shift on with Kyle hitting. One of the things you'll probably notice from Kazmir, typically has a pretty good fastball, but talking to the people from the Astros, they said his velocity is down, and so far we've seen 89-90 from him.
It's sent to center field, going back Carlos Gomez on the track. 2 outs.
So we'll keep an eye on that. You're going to see a cutter to go along with his 4-seam fastball. Likes his slider, throws a lot of changeups. Occasional curveball for Kazmir.
2 outs. It brings up the boomstick. Nelson Cruz. And I refuse to believe he's going to finish this season on such a down tick. He's 0 for his last 13. That means a splurge going the other way should be coming up. That started tonight.
Yeah, you'd like to see him get hot over the next couple of games. He's been over 300 as far as his average goes all year, and now they have the shift on the hill right to the second baseman Altuve.
1, 2, 3 first for the Mariners. And hopefully Cruz will get cranking before this game gets on. Beautiful look at Seattle from down here at Safeco Field as we get ready for the second inning. Flowers, and we thank Cutter and Buck for the sweaters because it is that time of year. It's the 30th of September in Seattle. I'd like to see the Mariners get going here, finish on an up note as we round out this 2015 season.
And at the start of the game, you mentioned have a chance to win the series. Inflict a little more pain on the Astros who are trying to get into the postseason. It'll be an interesting night. Tony Zych getting the start. We're going to see a lot of guys out of the bullpen, so we'll see how that goes. But a nice first inning for him, 1, 2, 3 first.
If you like a parade, you're going to see one tonight. All coming out of the bullpen. Tony Zych, good first, and here's a bullet hit off the bat. The Houston strongman, Evan Gattis.
Watching the first inning, aggressive on a first pitch fastball at 95 miles an hour. Jams him a little bit, but he is so strong. Still able to hit the soft line drive into left field for the first base hit of the ball game.
Gattis 0 for 3 in last night's game. That'll bring up Colby Rasmus, his brother Corey's a reliever down in Anaheim. Colby came on as a pinch hitter last night in the ninth and struck out. Home plate umpire tonight, Andy Fletcher. He's working with Jerry Mills at first, Jordan Baker at second, Paul Emmel at third. Andy Fletcher.
For Colby Rasmus, not much on his average, just 230. In fact, his next strikeout will be 150 on the year. But you have to be aware he likes the ball down and in, and he can hit the ball out of the ballpark.
He's got 22 home runs.
The way this club is built, they'll strike out a lot. They like to hit the home run. Again, second in the American League in home runs, so you have to be careful.
Second to Toronto. The other number that jumps out from this Houston ball club starting today. Second best run differential in the American League at 92, which is really impressive until you look at Toronto, 223. Right? I mean, it's laughable, isn't it?
It really is.
Is this a softball game? Rasmus strikes out. They got beer waiting for him at home plate. I mean, come on.
Well, the good news for the Mariners, Tony has his good fastball tonight. He's been 95 to 97 miles an hour. You can see a little bit of run to that fastball. Runs it off the outside corner as Rasmus swings through it. Only 3 left-handed hitters in the lineup, so you're going to get a chance to see a pretty good slider from him tonight. Again, his high as far as pitch count goes is 32 this year.
Here's the explosive in personality and ability, Carlos Gomez, and he rifles one right field, base hit. Gaddis will dig for third, and he's going to get there. So in the second inning, Houston threat. Make sure you join us for one of the biggest events of the year. It's Friday, Fan Appreciation Night, Fireworks Night. You can win Alaska Airlines round-trip tickets, the opportunity to throw out a first pitch, and much, much more as we roll out prize giveaways all game long. Then sit back, enjoy a post-game fireworks display that you're going to love. Tickets at mariners.com/fan. Congratulations to the Los Angeles Dodgers clinching the West last night in San Francisco. Made it doubly sweet. Jays clinched earlier today in the American League East. Here's Luis Valbuena. And Valbuena with 104 strikeouts. He's got 23 home runs. And also congratulations to the National League Central champion, St. Louis Cardinals. They clinched earlier today. Meanwhile, some games that still mean a lot. Oakland leads at the Angels 8-6, top 9. Texas 6-2 over Detroit, bottom 6 in Arlington. Minnesota, second game of 2, trails at Cleveland 7-1 after winning 7-1 in the first game. Toronto beat Baltimore 15-2 in their first game this afternoon.
That'll add to that already impressive run differential.
It's nuts.
Tony Zick right now, 20 pitches. Rob Rasmussen, the left-hander, getting loose out in the pen.
And be careful with Valbuena on a 5-game hitting streak, 5 for his last 10. Runners at the corners and 1 out.
I think manager A.J. Hinch, you look at their lineup, and there's Rob getting loose. You look now, 7 and 8. It's almost as if he's trying to hide those guys. You have Valbuena and Carter. Valbuena hitting 216, Carter 195, but 23 home runs apiece. And so many times you'll see pitchers, they work hard to get through the middle of the lineup, and that makes perfect sense. But if you let up at all to these two guys, they will hurt you. We've seen Carter already hit a home run in this series.
That's crazy. 7-8 holes, you got 46 home runs, and what's that, 112 RBIs. Tony finds himself in a bind now, 3-1. Chris Carter's on deck. Full count now to Valbuena.
Didn't give in to him. 3-1 Valbuena. He will really hunt the fastball, and he can hit a good fastball. Throw the off-speed pitch. Trying to get back into the count.
Only division not clinched in Major League Baseball, the American League West. 3-2 pitch. Gomez runs. Pitch taken for strike 3. They appeal now to Paul Emmel at third. And Valbuena's called out. Tony Zick with his third strikeout.
Valbuena still looking for that fastball. His back-to-back sliders as he swings at this slider down out of the strike zone. Coming into the game, the Astros hitting .241 with runners in scoring position, and they've struggled lately. hopefully that trend continues.
On base for Gomez. His ninth. Brings up Chris Carter. 2 outs. Runners at second and third. Another crazy ball hit on the end of the bat with incredible English on it. Tony Zick, good 2 innings. Nicely done with 3 strikeouts, no score here at Safeco Field. This calendar brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Day off tomorrow, wrap up the season with the Athletics in town, and then we look forward to the playoffs in the next few minutes with some of the East Coast games finishing up. Get a little clearer picture on some playoff matchups. But we do congratulate, as we said, the Dodgers. Jays. Dodgers clinched last night. Jays today. Cardinals today. Here's Robinson Cano. Will lead things off. A terrific 12-game hitting streak working. Hit his 20th home run last night. He's got good numbers now. After a .251 start the first half of the season, he's turned it around. Slicing line drive, base hit, hitting streak at 13 games.
Yeah, they had the shift on going the other way. Fastball, just 89 miles an hour. Getting Kazmir's velocity down. But an inside-out swing on a fastball. It's elevated about belt high. Take a look at our Alaska Airlines Supermo and the swing by Cano. Fighting to try to get the barrel to it. Pick up a base hit. Nice start to the second inning for the Mariners.
Cano aboard to start the Mariners' second. Here's Franklin Gutierrez.
Gutierrez with good numbers in his career against Kazmir. .435 batting average with 3 home runs.
Close to a strike.
Excellent numbers for Gutierrez this year. Comes into the game hitting .310 and in 158 at bats. 15 home runs, 11 doubles.
We were glad to see him come back. Cano thought about it, but that stomach.
Yeah, with the way he's running, I don't think so.
Not a good idea. He shut it down quickly.
Look at this last week, especially. I think with Cano and Cruz both, it's painful to watch them run. Both of them beat up pretty bad, but trying to stay in the lineup every day.
Cruz trying to keep that batting average up, finish over the 300 mark. Cano got his 20th home run last night, so that was good. And Cruz trying to win the Major League home run title.
I'd like to see him get to 100 RBIs, too. 91 RBIs at the start of the game today for Cruz.
Cruz started tonight 6th in the league. And heading off speed pitch in there for strike 1 and 2. Chris Davis in the Baltimore-Toronto nightcap, won by Baltimore 8-1. Chris Davis hit 2 home runs, so he now leads the majors with 45 homers and Cruz at 43. That's some doubleheader for Baltimore. Toronto won the first game 15-2. Baltimore won the second game 8-1. One and two to Franklin. And a swing through. Pitch fouled into the glove of Castro. Strikeout number 1. Cashman.
Well, we've seen his fastball at about 89, 90. This is the best one he's thrown. 94 miles an hour. Probably surprised Franklin a little bit. Thought he had him timed. Kazner put a little extra on the fastball to get the strikeout.
Brings up Mark Trumbo. 4-game hitting streak for him. 5 for his last 10. Mark with base hits in his last 2 times up in Tuesday night's game. Single to right, single to center, way outside. Ball 1. Cole Calhoun, bottom 9, has just brought the Angels to within 1 at 8-7 Oakland. And nobody out. And next up, you got it, Mike Trout.
He has some pool holes after that.
Ready for some damage. How about what they've done? The Angels. I believe that is last night was what, 7 in a row. Yep, 7 consecutive wins. Entering today, the hottest team in baseball. Two-0 count here to Trumbo. High pop, short left field, and foul territory is out. Buena. Oh, Mariners catch a break, and he went with it for 2 hands and still couldn't come up with it.
This is about as high a foul ball as you're ever going to see, and he thought he was underneath it. You'll see him reach towards his right a little bit, and it'll go right off the end of his glove.
8-5 keeps this bat alive.
Barely touched his glove, actually off of his throwing hand. Wow, it'll go right off his right hand. Another opportunity for Trumbo, who just missed that fastball. I'd like to have that one back again. Elevated middle in.
Off-speed pitch. Play 3-1 here to Delta Airlines. Keep climbing wild card standings. Yankees battling the Red Sox right now. Angels are run behind in their game against Oakland, and the Astros half game off the pace. 3-1 here to Trumbo. He's aboard. Ball 4.
Taking advantage of the error.
Whatever it takes. Brings up Jesus Montero. Montero's got a 5-game hitting streak, 6 for his last 18. Ball gets away. Runners will move up. Cano to third. Trumbo to second. Wild pitch.
Really, you have to wonder how long A.J. Hinch, the manager for the Astros, is going to stay with Kazner. Again, he's been struggling lately. That breaking ball out in front of home plate. So a great situation for Montero to pick up an RBI. Stand up Mike Trout, just do little walking Trout, put him on first.
So it's 8-7 Oakland. Bottom 9. Good speed at first for the Angels and nobody out. Montero with a chance to put the Mariners in front.
And A.J. Hinch, manager, understanding that Cano does not run well right now, so he has his infielders playing probably further back than even halfway.
Yeah.
And normally in this situation with a runner at second, 1 out, it would almost be an automatic go on contact, but I don't think that'll be the case with Cano running. I think they'll make it go through the infield.
Montero and Cano gets back. Correa throws over. Gets Montero, and there's 2 away. Bring up Sean O'Malley. Get your hands on the latest and greatest Mariners Moose poster. They're free to all youngsters at Kids Appreciation Day, presented by Hoppers and Kid Valley. That's Sunday, 12:10 start time. There are going to be prizes, surprises, mascots, and more that afternoon. So grab your tickets right now at Mariners.com.
Pitching coach Brent Strom making a trip out to the mound. Quick conversation with Kazmir. Sean O'Malley, big base hit last night.
Tremendous.
In the 8th inning, bottom of the 8th inning, drove in a couple of runs to give the Mariners the lead. Eventually winning that ball game. Has a chance to drive in a few more runs right here.
He had been in the Angels organization with Jerry DiPoto at the helm, and he got to impress Jerry again last night. Good to have Jerry join us last night on his first day as Mariner GM. Gets through. Cano coming to the plate, limping home. Looks it's like Walter Brennan coming home, but he scores, and the Mariners have a 1-0 lead. Wild pitch.
Second wild pitch of the inning. I think if they go back and look at that, that might be a pass ball. It looked like it went right off the end of his glove, and that actually hit the dirt. And another look at it. Just skimming off the dirt.
Runner at third. Mark Trumbo, 2 outs, and 1-0 count to O'Malley. Count for Sean, 2-0. Second at bat last night, 9th inning, 2 out, 2 on. Single to center, brought home 2.
You can see what he's done. Runners in scoring position, 5 for 7. It looks to me as if they're pitching around him a little bit. You have Sucre waiting on deck. O'Malley comes into the game hitting .297.
Sucre hitting $124. They did the math. Runners at the corners. See if Sucre can blow up the plan with 2 outs. Pujols and C.J. Cron just popped out down in Anaheim, so it's still 8-7 Oakland. 2 outs now in Anaheim. And Sucre delivers! Jesus Sucre with an RBI single. O'Malley to third. Suki breaking an 0 for 18. Picks up an RBI, his 6th.
Pitching around O'Malley does not work. You take a look at our last Airline Supermo, and a bobble by Gomez out in center field. O'Malley getting into third without a problem.
Good for him. Top the order in Marte. Tell flied out to right. He's the 7th man to the plate here in the 2nd inning. Chopper, Valbuena comes across, throws him out. 7 men to the plate. Mariners score 2 runs on 2 hits. There was an error and a man left. Mariners have a 2-0 lead. And a reminder to improve on your bus percentage. Riding is easy. Just ask our rider's guide, available at soundtransit.org. Good inning for the Mariners in the 2nd. 7 men to the plate. 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 errors, and 2 left. Tony Zych out for a 3rd inning.
He's done pretty well. If you look at it, again, his season high 32 pitches. The most he's pitched is 2 innings. But I think he can go 40 pitches probably tonight. He has a good fastball. We've seen the good slider. They had Robertson up earlier, but that was because of the left-handed hitters. But with nobody on leading off, he'll go after Castro. Castro has struggled this year. Just a .211 batting average. And they'll be back to the top of the lineup where they have 4 right-handers due.
Ball 1.
Michael Guaipe getting used to the pen.
Well, things have changed just a little bit with the Angels losing 8-7 to Oakland just moments ago. A tie between the Astros and the Angels. A lot of fun here. The Yankees and Red Sox tied at 5-5, bottom 10 in New York. And tomorrow starts an Angels at Texas weekend series to close out the season.
Houston will head to Arizona for interleague play.
Ball 2.
One of the few changeups that we've seen from Tony so far tonight has basically been a fastball slider. No strikes.
Swing and a miss. 2-2. Full count. Tony struck out 3, hasn't walked anybody to this point.
Leadoff hitter Altuve waiting on deck.
So Tony Zick with strikeout number 4. American League West standings. That loss by the Angels, as the Astros and Angels both 2.5 behind the Texas Rangers. And the Rangers right now have a 6-2 lead at home against Detroit, bottom of the 7th inning. Nice quiet night and here in Soto. Very comfortable temperature at 60 degrees. Top of the order, and Jose Altuve now with 1 out. Shannon Love in good health, looking good. Marte going back. Altuve shockingly swung at the first pitch, 2 down.
And the second time he's popped out to the shortstop. Tried to catch up to that high slider right at the top of the strike zone, and he felt that he missed it, was not happy.
2 outs. Brings up George Springer. Zick did throw 3 1/3 innings in appearance when he was at Tacoma. Springer flat out the center. It's 5 for his last 9. Zick was early in the season against New Orleans back in June. 2-1. Two out, nobody on, and a 2-1 count. Breaking ball for strike.
For Tony, the more we've seen him come out of the bullpen, he's always had the good fastball. Again, his fastball's 95 to 97, but the command of his slider has been much better. Continues to improve with his control. It's been a good pitch for him.
Tony, 6'3", 190 out of Hazel Crest, Illinois, and the University of Louisville. Two and two the count. That will stay foul. Jesus Sucre in the second delivers an RBI single. Mariners ahead 2-0. Two pitch. Charging is Marte. Bare hand. Not going to get the speedy Springer. He'll make his way to second. And he'll stop there. Base hit, E6.
Take a look at the play by Marte. And you can see Springer having to reach for that slider, so have a little momentum going towards first. He has a lot of speed. Pretty good pickup right there by Marte. Able to get a couple of seams, but will throw it up the line.
Pat on the back from Lloyd McClendon to Tony Zick. Did his job, got into the third inning. Michael Guipe will take over. Bullpen going to be this pitching star for the Mariners tonight. Pen here tonight. A reminder to tune into Root Sports this Saturday. Going to bring you another Big Sky Conference matchup presented by your local Ford store. The Montana Grizzlies, they're going to take on the UC Davis Aggies. Action continues Saturday at 1 p.m. Pacific on Root Sports, the home of Big Sky football. New pitcher, Michael Guipe.
Nice outing for Tony Zick. He pitched well. Thought that maybe he would be around 40 pitches. Ended up throwing 39.
Carlos Correa. Strike one. Carlos. Strikeout victim of Tony Zick to end the first inning. On two. Oh, good heat. 92 well placed. Guipe 3 pitches to get Correa. Nothing across for the Astros. Mariners with the lead at 2-0. En Route Sports being brought to you by BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. Our pretty sights here at Safeco Field. Two of the really important members of this franchise, Robinson Cano and Felix Hernandez. Felix will not start any of the weekend games, so his season's over. He'll end with 18 wins. Good season. I would like to have seen him get 20. See what happens next year. Here's Kyle Seager. Last 30 games, doing a good job. Swinging the bat well. 347, and he gets hit. Breaking ball. Houston folks said that his breaking balls, the control hasn't been great coming down the stretch, talking about Kazmir.
Yeah, and his changeup, I can see it tonight. He's really slowing down his arm. This is going to be a fastball inside 91 miles an hour. Kyle has an elbow pad on him. It looks like that's where it hits, the pad, so that certainly will help him. I still feel it a little bit.
Cruz. Shift on for him. He grounded out to Altuve. He's on the left side. A little bit late. 0-1. Behind 0-2. Kazmir taking his time. 0-2 here to Cruz. Strike 3 called.
Pitch off the plate away. Nelson didn't like it, and I don't blame him.
Wow. Bad road continues over his last 15.
Take a look at this last fastball. Again, off the plate away, but Kazmir gets the call. Going to bring up Robinson Cano. He had a base hit and scored a run his first time up, extending his hitting streak to 13 games.
1 out, 1 on. Robbie first pitch swinging. They did hard enough. They are playing him like a dead pull hitter as a right-hander. There's Carter. They'll get the lead runner. And Kazmir covering the bag. And they get the 3-6-1 double play. Quick inning. Mariners are disposed, but they do have a lead at 2-0. Around after the game, the Mariners postgame presented by Delta Airlines. Brett Adam, Dave Valley, Angie Mentink, Jen Mueller will be with you with all postgame comments and reacts. Look forward to that. Show you highlights of this contest. Gaddis, Rasmus, and Gomez 4, 5, and 6 coming up for the Astros.
Gaddis with a base hit his first time up. First pitch swing, hit a fastball in the left field for a base hit. Comes into the game, .244 average, and leads the club with 27 home runs.
Let us not forget the big man's got 10 triples. I saw one on a highlight one time. Hit it down at that ballpark and get a couple crazy hops, and you're at third base.
10 of them?
Yep. It's very black and white. I totally understand why you're incredulous, because he does not have a triples body.
Well, yeah, you think triples, a lot of speed, of course. Might as well get a triple here and there, but 10 of them, and he doesn't have a stolen base.
Right. Like that call. There's a reason why. 1-2. Andy Fletcher working home plate tonight. Two. Gaddis watching Cano move to his right a little bit closer to second base. Pitch outside. Here's Robbie. A little bit more up the middle. Michael Guipe, second Mariner pitcher tonight. Fools Gaddis, and that's back-to-back strikeouts for Michael Guipe.
Back to another off-speed pitch down out of the strike zone, able to get him to chase it. He was badly fooled.
Shift on now for Colby Rasmus. Struck out on a 1-2 pitch. Tony Zick started 2 2/3, 3 hits, home runs, no walks, and 4 strikeouts in his 39 pitches.
Let's see what Colby Rasmus has done against the Mariners this year. Hitting over 300, 16 hits, 11 of them for extra bases. Scored 12 runs, but 25 strikeouts.
O'Malley broke back. Here he comes. Can't get it. Rasmus will hold with a base hit. And one fatal step backwards.
We were talking about that the other day. We saw Brad Miller out in the outfield, and it's something that I really thought he did well, and that was, if you're not sure, hold your ground, just stay where you're at, and then make an adjustment once you find it. Good effort by O'Malley as he dives in. It goes right off the end of his glove. Great effort. Another look at our Alaska Airlines Supermo. Ends up eating some grass along with it.
One out, one on for Carlos Gomez. Single to right. Here one. That is a foul ball. Rasmus is a fast runner, as is Gomez.
And I think even if it had stayed fair and Kyle was able to glove it, probably not going to have much of a play with the speed of the runners. Clearly a foul ball.
Paul Emmel umpiring at third. Should be 2. Marte to Cano. Over to Montero. And an easy inning for Michael Guipe. Nicely done as the Mariners go to the home fourth, leading 2-0. Play that he started to end the top half of the fourth. That's right. Don't step on the line.
A lot of energy.
Like it. It's good, man.
Young man has a lot of energy. Did an excellent job of charging that ball right away, too. We were just talking about Gomez and his speed. As soon as the ball was hit, he came in to get it. Quick flip to Cano to turn it. Nicely done.
Mariners got 2 runs on 2 hits thanks to 2 errors. And left 2 in the second inning. 1 run scored on a wild pitch. Another one, a Jesus Sucre RBI single. Goody leads off, looks at a strike. Franklin struck out his first time.
Astros have the shift on, so Altuve on the left side of the infield. Second baseman.
Goody, Trumbo, and Montero, 5, 6, and 7. Here in the 4th inning. All 2 strikes. Shift on for Goody. 3 defenders left side. Kazmir's slow a worker as we've seen him over a few years. Squibber off the end of the bat. Kazmir tags Goody, and there's 1 out. Geico, this date in Major League Baseball history. Take it back to 1972. The great, and I mean the great, Roberto Clemente, 3,000th career hit, his final hit. Got it in his last at bat. First Latin player to reach 3,000. And another great player, George Brett, got number 3,000. 4 for 5 in a win against the Angels. And he finished with 3,154 hits. 2 of the all-time best. Trumbo walked. He was a beneficiary of a drop pop foul by Valbuena, kept the at bat alive. Walked. It's a wild pitch to second and third. Scored on the Sucre base hit. Speaking of 3,000 hit club, each row needs 66 more to reach 3,000 here in the major leagues. Each row 0 for 2 in the Miami game today. Miami losing at Tampa Bay 6-4. Nick Franklin, two-time Mariner, hit a home run for the Rays. Count stays at 1-2. Edgar Martinez. Look at the numbers impacting on this ball club, hitting 260 since he took over.
Averaging 4.5 runs a game.
Just over 3 prior to his taking control as hitting coach. 1-2. Trumbo strikes out. That's a 3rd K for Kazmir. 2 outs.
And this is on the changeup. Well off the plate away, trying to get a piece of it, but out in front. 3 straight fastballs in the changeup.
Montero, the hitter, grounded out to short. Strike 1 to Jesus. Fly ball center field. Here comes Gomez. And he makes a catch. Kazmir breezes through the fourth. 1-2-3. Mariners lead 2-0. Astros before the Mariners enjoy a day off tomorrow. We have added another EQC Girls Night Out. It's set for this Saturday, 6:10 start time against the A's for just $35. Get a main or terrace club seat, a great-looking Mariners cap, and your first drink. Visit mariners.com/girls for tickets. Michael Guipe has faced 4 batters, giving up just 1 hit. Benefited from a double play to end the 4th inning. And he gets Luis Valbuena. Valbuena, strikeout victim with Tony Zick back in the 2nd inning. Bottom 3rd of the order, Valbuena, Carter, and Castro. Just joining us, the Angels have lost. Oakland beat them.
Logan Kinsing getting loose in the pen. He's next up.
So Bible going to get involved as well. Right now, the Angels in Houston at 83 and 75 identical records.
Pretty good pitch. It was right on the inside corner. Didn't get the call.
Right big. Came on to get the 3rd out. 3rd inning. Struck out Correa. Then struck out Gaddis to start the 4th. 2-2. Here's Valbuena driving one deep to right field. Going back. And it is gone. Luis Valbuena with his 24th home run. Astros on the board. It's 2-1 Mariners.
We didn't get the call on the breaking ball right on the inside corner. Tries to sneak a fastball by, and we were talking about it with Valbuena in his first at bat. He really hunts the fastball. And this one will be 94 miles an hour. It is at the knees.
Lefty loop zone.
Yeah, right in the middle of the plate.
222 home runs for the Astros on the season. Carter bounces one foul.
Mariners have 193 home runs. That's 5th in Major League Baseball.
Toronto started the day with 223. I know they hit 3 in the first, including one by Justin Smoke. Played a doubleheader today. 1-1 here to Carter. No home runs for Toronto in their second game, an 8-1 loss at Baltimore. 2-1 pitch here to Carter. 3-1. Astros on deck. 3-1 pitch. Good breaking ball. Carter a ground out to Cano in his first at bat.
Tremendous amount of power, and he will guess and guessed wrong on that last pitch. You can see how far in front he was. He thought it was going to be a fastball and missed the breaking ball. He goes with it again.
Able to hold up. We get a final score from Arlington as the Rangers win their ball game 6-2. So they picked up a half game on the Astros and a full game. Half game on both of these ball clubs.
So for the Rangers, their magic number now 2 for both teams to win the West.
Here's Castro, strikeout victim. Two strikes to the Astro catcher. Home run by Valbuena as the Astros on the board as Logan Kenson continues to heat up. Two balls, two strikes. Could be some trouble. O'Malley can't get it, goes off his glove. Carter to third, is in safely and got a piece of Kyle Seager in the process.
And that will be a double for Castro. Ball slicing away from O'Malley. Full extension, had it for a second right off the end of his glove.
Really wanted that one.
It looks like they're going to take a look at Carter maybe at third. Late slide. Like Kyle was behind the base, and a late slide by Carter going into third. And he ends up spiking Kyle.
Jerry Mills in the glasses. Full plate umpire Andy Fletcher. Mills, crew chief.
Let's see if Carter pops off the base. His hand's on the base. There, right there. He's off the base right there. Yep. That's a good catch right there. Looks like he's off the base. He's going to slide again. It's late, and he hits the bag. And we're right there. Kyle kept the tag on him, it looked like, too.
I believe it was Emmel that went down to make the call as umpires rotated. So taking a long look at it in New York City. Fans here at Safeco Field see it.
And they really slowed it down, too.
Yeah.
For the replay this year, we've probably seen more of these types of plays on the replay than any. The guy's initially safe, and then they come off the bag. And Kyle clearly keeps the glove on him the entire time.
It's one of the later slides we've seen this season.
They just had a shot up on the big screen, and you could tell he was not on the base at all. Not sure why this is taking so long, but here we go.
He's out.
And that's going to be it for Guaipe. Lloyd McClendon making a trip out to the mound. You take another look at the late slide by Carter.
Two minutes and 42 seconds on that review. Carter out 7-5 at third base. Guaipe leaves and enters Logan Kelsey. Playoff situation. Cardinals clinched earlier today, clinched the Central. They've clinched the best record. They're going to play the wild card winner. Still to be determined where the Cubs and Pittsburgh will play that game. You see they're 11-8 against the Cubs, 10-9 against Pittsburgh. And then meanwhile, the Mets lead the Dodgers by a half game for the right to get home field advantage in that series. Dodgers clinched by winning at San Francisco last night. Kershaw outdueling Bumgarner.
If the Mets and Dodgers end up with the same record, the Mets will still host. They own the tiebreaker 4-3. Logan Kinsey going to take over for the Mariners. 16 appearances. High ERA over 6. 12 2/3, 11 strikeouts, 7 walks. Bonus hitting just 196, giving up a couple of home runs. He'll get the top of the lineup. Altuve stepping in, Springer waiting on deck.
Inning started with Valbuena leading off with a homer on a 2-2 pitch. Carter walked. Castro doubled. Carter thrown out at third after 2-minute 42-second review. Altuve, right center field, deep long run. Trumbo not going to get it. We're going to have a tied ball game. As Castro comes around to score, and Altuve first pitch swinging as per usual. RBI double. Ties the score 2-2. 62nd RBI. It's 38th double.
And the Mariners getting that call at third base with Carter. Looms large right now because that would have given him the lead. Astros now 1 for 4 in the game with runners in scoring position.
It's one remarkable hitter, isn't he?
It really is when you think of, and that was on a breaking ball. It's not as if he's hitting a first pitch fastball every time.
Right. On shown by Springer. Takes ball 1. George is 1 for 2. Infield hit. In the third. Team leader in doubles by a wide margin. Player missed a lot of time after running into a wall. Right field down in Houston. 1-1 pitch. That'll get down for a base hit. Altuve made sure that it wasn't going to get caught. He'll hold. He went halfway. He'll stop at third. Springer with his second hit.
After a couple of breaking balls, tried to beat him with a fastball. 92 had a little run to it, trying to get it inside, but an inside out swing. Lights it off into right field for a base hit.
Carlos Correa struck out twice tonight. Tony Zick got him once, so did Michael Guipe. Ernest could use another double play here. Need a ball hit right at shortstop Marte or Cano at second. Two fast runners. Springer can motor, so can Correa. We got Altuve at third. One pitch. Kinsey right now has the advantage. He's ahead of 1-2. Altuve at third, Springer at first. The 0-2. Off the glove and by Cano. Astros lead as Altuve scores. Springer to third. You can hear Cano say let it go. It was deflected just a little bit by Kensing, and then Robbie thought he had it as he came in.
That'll end up being a base hit right off the end of the glove of Kensing, and you can see the umpire, Jordan Baker, able to get out of the way and just out of the reach of Cano. Unfortunate, because that had a chance to be a double play if the pitcher Kensing doesn't touch it.
Tough break. They bring up Gaddis. Ball one.
Rob Rasmussen, the left-hander, getting loose again in the pen. He was up earlier in the ball game. There's Rob. It'll be Rasmus waiting on deck, left-handed hitter.
Same pitch Whitebait struck him out on. That was in the 4th inning. (3-2) Houston lead. 1-1 to Gaddis. Fastball for strike 1-2. Two pitch. Struck him out. Gaddis has really been susceptible to that pitch. That's another big strikeout. Needed that.
And he stayed away with him the whole time. This started on the outside corner. You can see it well off the plate away. And with that strikeout, Lloyd McClendon out of the dugout. Looks like he's going to get Rob Rasmussen.
Colby Rasmus, left-hand hitter, bringing the lefty. See if that works. 3-2 Astros. Fan Appreciation Fireworks Night features a parade of prize giveaways, from airline tickets to flat screen TVs. And thanks to T-Mobile, an Apple iPad Air 2 will be given away every inning. Then stick around for the great post-game fantastic fireworks show courtesy of Seattle City Light. Go to Mariners.com/fan for your tickets. Long inning for the Stros. 8th man will be coming to the plate. Scored 3 times already on 5 hits. Buena led it off with a home run as Rob Rasmussen takes over.
19 appearances, 15 innings, 16 strikeouts, but 8 walks. Opponents hitting .371. He's given up a couple of home runs. Fastball in the low 90s, mix in a slider with it.
Mariners had a 2-0 lead until this inning started. First pitch to Rasmus. Ball 1. Rasmus a strikeout. A 1-2 pitch in the second inning. Tony Zick got it. 2 outs, runners at the corners. Strike 1. 8th man to the plate here in the 5th.
J.C. Ramirez getting loose in the pen. Carlos Gomez, right-handed hitter, waiting on deck. There's J.C.
Ooh, what did that eat up, Sucro? In that department, I'd hate to think there's anybody been hit more than he has. I mean, it's just been tough watching and listening to the balls clank off of him. That sounded like he got a lot of skin, a lot of bone.
Oof. Yep, right off the top of the knee, and even though he has that shin guard on, you're going to feel it.
Nail polish so pitchers can see the signs. Runners at the corner. Springer at third. Correa at first. 2 outs. Rasmussen 1-2 here to Colby Rasmus. Coming over from Toronto on the Mark Lowe trade. Mark, one of several Mariners who will find themselves in the postseason. Various teams. Here's the 1-2. Seemed like a long time ago that Valbuena led off with a home run. RBI double by Altuve. Correa drove in a run as well.
Rasmus is the 7th batter since then, so it has been a while.
Two pitch. Strike 3 call to Rasmus. Quality pitch. Finally ended. 3 runs on 5 hits. No errors. 2 left. 3-2 Stros. At the playoff picture, Toronto and Kansas City. Winner has home field advantage for all series. Going to host the wild card winner in the ALDS. Loser hosts the AL West champion. Tied, Toronto wins the season series 4-3. So that's the race for the best record in the American League. Toronto with 3 more home runs today. They split a doubleheader with Baltimore. First game of resounding. They scored 15 runs. They won that first game 15-2. O'Malley's going to lead it off here for the Mariners. Followed by Jesus Sucre and Ketel Marte. 8-9-1 against Scott Kazmir, who had a long rest. 8 men coming to the plate in the Houston top of the 5th. A high strike to O'Malley, who walked his first time up.
And Valbuena and Carter both playing in. Step on the grass, try and take the bunt away. 2 strikes, they'll move back to the normal position.
Second inning, Mariners. Robinson Cano scored on a wild pitch from third, and Jesus Sucre delivered a 2-out RBI for a 2-0 lead that lasted till the top half of this inning. Off-speed pitch hit to Altuve. Throws that on O'Malley, 1 away.
We have Sucre. Sucre with a base hit and an RBI his first time up. Solid line drive base hit back up the middle.
Jesus' 6th RBI, and it broke an 0-for-18 for him. Line straight up, not deep in the outfield. Strike 1.
Down on his changeup, catch it, telegraphing it. Hitter should be able to pick that up.
Never saw that from him.
No. Good fastball in the outside corner. Looks like J.C. Ramirez is going to take over. Continues to throw in the pen.
Suki having a 2-for-2 night. For him. One-out base runner for the Mariners. It'll bring up Ketel Marte.
That's off-speed pitch, 80 miles an hour. So a couple of hits right back up the middle. Hitting by Sucre tonight. Just under the glove of Kazmir.
One on, Marte 0-for-2, the fly to right and the ground out to third. A.J. Hinch's ball club will take on Arizona in the final games over the weekend. Angels at Texas Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. About straight back. Actually, that LA Texas series begins tomorrow, so it's a 4-game series. A little drama in that one.
Yes.
See that arm slowing down. Remember, was it Taiwan last year had that went through that? Was it last year or year before last?
I think it was the year before
that. You could see it. That's not an issue with him now.
You want to sell the changeup, and to do that, you want to have your arm speed up. So otherwise, the hitter should be able to pick it up, and I think you would be able to see that changeup.
That's why Felix's changeups are so devastating. changeup, jumped on it. Gomez coming on. Can't get it. Sucre making his way to third. Gomez falls down. Marte will hold at first. So 1 out, runners at the corners for the Mariners. Here in the 5th inning.
And Gomez is having some issues out in center field. He bobbled the ball earlier, picked up an error. Here he tries to fake like he's going to catch it. Ends up going off the end of his glove, and then when he went to pick it up, slipped and fell to the ground.
An opportunity here for the Mariners.
Right here he'll fall as he goes to pick it up.
Back foot totally gave on him.
Great opportunity for Kyle Seager to pick up an RBI. Astros have the shift on with Kyle hitting. And that'll work.
That sure will. Deep drive, right center field. Goodbye. 3-run homer. Kyle Seager, Mariners on top again. 5-3. Good for Kyle. 26th homer. RBI total is 74.
Kyle is just worn out left-handed pitchers. And a new career high for Kyle, 26 home runs. We'll take a look at it. Off speed up, little breaking ball right at the top of the strike zone, 80 miles an hour. He gives it a pretty good ride.
Paying attention to what you were talking about, arm speed.
Yeah.
Looked like you could see that arm considerably slower than what you're seeing on the fastball. Great spot there for Kyle Seager.
Mariners now 2 for 4 runners in scoring position.
Cruz, a ground out and strikeout looking tonight.
As important of a game as this is for the Astros, are you surprised they haven't had somebody up in the pen?
Correct.
Kazmir's been struggling. Oh boy.
There's a ball deep to right center field. Boom! Stick, baby! Nelson Cruz with his 44th home run. He breaks out of an 0 for 15 going up-o. Back-to-back jacks for the Mariners here in the 5th.
And Nelson Cruz now 1 home run behind Chris Davis. Davis with a couple of home runs today to get the 45. That's number 44 for Nelson.
That's how you break out.
Fastball down in the middle of the plate. And he punished it.
That is impressive.
Yeah, still just 1 out.
4 consecutive hits. Single, single, boom, and boom.
Those 2 home runs now, they finally have somebody up in their bullpen. A.J. Hinch out of the dugout.
What is he talking to Andy Fletcher about?
I don't know.
Talking to Jerry Meals, the crew chief.
He thought maybe Nelson missed first base. I don't know. Well, they're looking out towards right center field.
What's the deal? Play ball. Come on. Get to work.
Well, this is interesting. I want to get together at third base umpire Paul Emmel. 10th back-to-back home runs for the Mariners. 10th time they've gone back-to-back with homers this season. 4 consecutive hits. Sucre Marte with singles. Seager with a 3-run homer and a solo blast by Cruz. I wonder what is that issue. Let's see.
Oh, if he reached over the fence?
The
wall, there's a big gap between that railing and the wall,
Exactly.
so I don't think that's an issue.
Exactly.
I think you're right. I think that's probably what they're looking at.
Yeah, you can see where it hit. And it is clearly about the home run, we're told.
And you can see the gap.
A.J. Hinch just making sure.
Yeah.
6-3 lead for the Mariners. Brings up Robinson Cano. Second inning, single to left, scored a run, bounced into a double play in the third. Shift on for Robbie, one out. Ball one. That base hit in the second inning extended its hitting streak to 13 ball games.
Right-hander Josh Fields getting loose in the pen.
Two and one. Since July 1, period of 78 games, Cano entered tonight having hit .324. 16 homers and 52 runs batted in. Slaps one the other way, another base hit.
A.J. Hinch quickly out of the dugout.
5 consecutive hits have rocked the world of Scott Kazmir, and he's out of here in the 5th. It's one out, and the Mariners have a 6-3 lead. Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. By Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by Jack in the Box, if the Mariners win, mention Mariners for a free jumbo jack with purchase tomorrow at Jack in the Box. 5 consecutive hits here in the 5th inning. A 3-run homer by Kyle Seager. Nelson Cruz followed with a home run. A lot of fireworks here in the 5th. The lead for the Mariners at 6-3. Kyle Seager with the home run is 26th. This Josh Fields, originally drafted by the Mariners. Nathan Gutierrez 0 for 2. Strike one to Goody.
For Fields, 53 appearances, 3.65 ERA, 64 strikeouts, over 49 in a third. Opponents hitting just 206. Good fastball slider combination.
One. Red Sox beat the Yankees 9-5 in 11 in New York. Strike 2 to Goody.
And for Scott Kazmir, short outing with 4 1/3, 7 hits, 6 runs, 4 of them earned. A couple of walks, 3 strikeouts, 65 pitches. He's responsible for Cano, who's at first base.
Good check by Franklin Gutierrez. 2-2. Three and two. You get Cano at first. 1 out. 4 runs in. And Mark Trumbo on deck. Three, 2. And Castro holds on. 2 outs. Bring the 8th man to the plate. Mark Trumbo. Mariners have a great deal for all you college students. Enjoy extended happy hour, half-off pizza, plus tickets for only $12. So join us for the final college night of the year, Saturday night, 6:10 start time. So get your $12 tickets. We'll get them right now, mariners.com/college. Some college kids out there now.
Having a good time.
Strike 1 to Trumbo. Walked and scored. And has struck out.
Pretty good fastball from Fields tonight. We've seen him 95, 96 miles an hour.
Oh, 2 to Mark. Pitch he struck out on last time up. Got it out of there. A.J. Hinch knows the Angels have already lost.
Texas has won.
Texas now at 86 and 72. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Did he go? Did not. Continues to heat up. 4-game set. Angels, Rangers. Angels lead that series 10-5, and the score at Texas 96-51 as Trumbo strikes out for the second consecutive appearance. So the Astros in the 5th, 8 men to the plate. They score 3 times. Mariners 8 men to the plate, and they score 4 times and have a 6-3 lead. In the fifth inning, as we take a look at our Columbia Bank difference in the game after Sucre and Marte singled rather. Here's Seager leaving the ballpark. Home run number 26.
And on that angle, you can see how far that gap was. And then Cruz will go out. A.J. Hinch wanted to take a look at it, but it's clearly over the fence for Cruz, his 44th home run. Kyle Seager's 26. That's a new career high for him.
Kyle, over his last 31 games, 8 homers, 25 runs batted in.
J.C. Ramirez going to take over 6 appearances, a 2.84 ERA. Just 6 in the third for him so far. Opponents hitting 208.
So game starting the bullpen tonight. Tony Zick, nice job, 2 2/3. Then Guaipe, Kensing, Rasmussen, now J.C. Ramirez. Carlos Gomez, strike 1. Gomez, single to right, stolen base in the second inning, bounced into a double play in the fourth. But the Rays couldn't get it, base hit. Good bunt. Take a look at our Seattle City Light power play, and starting the Houston fifth in a 2-2 pitch, Luis Valbuena for a home run, his 24th.
Gets a fastball, probably middle away, and hits it into the seats in right.
From there, the Astros 3 runs on 5 hits in that inning. Left 2 men aboard, 8 men to the plate.
His home run, a solo home run.
Home run by Valbuena extended his hitting streak to 6 ball games.
J.C. Ramirez, the 5th pitcher for the Mariners in this game. Again, Tony Zick getting the start. Joe Beimel now getting loose in the pen, so he'll be next up.
Like a game show, isn't it?
It really is. Here's Joe. So he's ready to go. And a good count for Valbuena. He likes to hit the fastball. Ramirez has a good one. He'll be around 95 to 97.
Takes a strike. Ooh. Runner goes, got a great jump, no chance for Sucre.
Second stolen base of the game for Gomez. Stole a base in the second inning.
He's got 10 since becoming an Astro. Gomez coming over from Milwaukee. Almost traded to the Mets. That trade got turned down because he didn't pass the Mets physical, and the Mets took off from there. Wound up winning the National League East. Top of the 6th inning. And Valbuena. Does the count go? 3-2. and now a walk. So a bunt and a walk. Houston in business here as they bring up Chris Carter.
Not what Lloyd McClendon wanted to see. Team gives you the lead, you have a 3-run lead, and you come out and walk a batter.
Not acceptable.
You see 3-2, threw him a breaking ball and missed with it. Castro waiting on deck. Left-handed hitter Joe Beimel continues to get loose in the pen.
Carter represents the tying run. Nobody out. 2 on. Strike 1.
Astros tonight 3 for 8 runners in scoring position. First 2 games combined they were 2 for 14. So better job tonight.
That's a lot of trouble, and we got a tied ball game.
And that's another mistake. Have the hitter 0-2. Really, you have to throw that slider in the dirt or off the plate. He ends up leaving it right in the middle of the plate. Carter makes him pay for his 24th home run of the year. Talking about those hitters, 7 and 8 hitters in the lineup.
Yep.
Valbuena hitting just 216. Carter just 195. But both of them with 23 home runs. Now 24 home runs. And we'll take a look at the slider. That is too good a pitch. 0-2. And Lloyd McClendon out of the dugout. Looks like it'll be Joe Beimel. Beimel will be the 6th pitcher.
Some things are constant, Mike, and Chris Carter homering against the Mariners is one of them. That's the 16th career blast he's hit against Seattle, driven in 37 runs. And this season, his 5th home run, 9 RBIs. New game, 6-6.
In general, parents love to watch their kids, and in general, kids love to play in front of their parents. And it's no different for sounder Ozzie Alonso, although it has been a while. Now, Ozzie defected from Cuba. It's been 8 years. In fact, his dad was working in Venezuela when Ozzie defected. You see his dad there closest to Ozzie right behind him. Ozzie had to tell him by phone, admitting that there was a chance that they would never see each other again. Well, with Cuba and the U.S. finally relaxing restrictions, his dad finally able to secure a visa, come to the United States. They're watching the Mariners game right now, and then Sunday, the Sounders play the LA Galaxy at CenturyLink Field. Guys, it's a baseball-soccer doubleheader here in the city of Seattle. Great story.
That's a great human story indeed, Angie. Thank you. Boy, the resemblance is strong, too. Jason Castro against Joe Beimel. Jason doubled last time up. Boy, this inning got off to a bad start. Gomez on the second attempt gets a bunt down. Ramirez goes to grab it, couldn't get it. A walk to Valbuena on the 3-2 pitch. He has Carter 0-2. And Carter spanks one 400+ feet.
Still nobody out. Jose Ramirez getting loose in the pen. Yeah, 4 right-handers due up after Castro, so probably going to see Ramirez. For Joe Beimel, 51 appearances, a 4.26 ERA. Opponent's hitting .288. He's given up 8 home runs this year.
Two and one. Goody gives it a look. Top play.
There's Jose Ramirez.
Bottom of the order, Mike. 6, 7, and 8. Damage. My goodness.
Oh, you're right. Scored 5 runs and driven in 4.
O'Malley going back. Found it and makes the catch.
Mariners get their first out of the inning.
Top of the order, and Altuve. And Altuve, an RBI double to right center field. 1 for 3. He's coming up. Six in the 6th. Astros 3 in the 5th. 3 more here. O'Malley moving towards left center field. Seager creeping in at third. Bunt, and it goes foul.
Looked like he was going to try to push that towards Montero. Exactly what Carlos Gomez did to start the inning, was able to pick up the hit.
One to Altuve. It's a foul ball. Altuve, third leading hitter in the league, starting tonight. Del Cabrera started at 334. Or Xavier Xander Bogaerts 324. Altuve at 311. Did not go. So check with Jerry Mills. He will attack that shoulder high pitch now.
And higher. We saw that earlier in the series. He had one that was up at the rim of his hat. He just wants to swing the bat.
Goody's coming in to make the play. 2 outs. Still not out of the woods. George Springer 2 for 3. Fly to center, infield hit, a base hit to right. 0-1 to George. Oh, 2. Rolls over on 1. Marte throws him out. Damage done. Chris Carter, 3-run homer, ties it at 6. Ball game, rubber match of this series, and a reminder that we have another high school football game of the week tomorrow, brought to you by Acura of Bellevue. Tune in to see the Sumner Spartans battle the Peninsula Seahawks live 7 p.m. Pacific time. Don't miss your favorite local teams in action this season long here on Root Sports. Brad Miller going to pinch hit, lead off this inning for Jesus Montero. Strike one.
And now Danny Farquhar getting loose.
Oh, 2 to Brad. Josh Fields, the second pitcher for Houston this evening. And Brad's gone on 3 pitches. 1 out, 6. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners.
Sean O'Malley stepping in, 0 for 1. He walked in the second inning. Rounded out to second. Was in the 5th.
In at third on the grass is Valbuena. Ball 1. On the count.
And there's Danny Farquhar. Jose Ramirez had been up, but we'll take a seat. Turn it over to Danny.
Another strike. 1-2. Good showing by O'Malley last night. 2-run base hit in the 8th. Proved to be the game winner. Mariners win the contest 6-4. Mariners now 7-11 against Houston. Season series. Final game here. 2-2.
Sucre having a good night, waiting on deck. 2 for 2. A couple base hits back up the middle.
And an RBI. That was good for him. Tough year at the plate. Broken up 0 for 18. That second inning single. Driving in a run. Gomez has it in his sights and in the glove for out number 2. Sucre can go 3 for 3.
Why not?
First pitch swinging in the second, a base hit up the middle. 1-1 pitch in the 5th, a base hit up the middle.
Get a good fastball. Field's throwing hard. His fastball 95 miles an hour. His second home run. Really have a nice night.
First one against Toronto here at home.
Tony sit. No surprise to see Tony working. Typically pitches against the Mariners a couple times in every series.
Whether it was in Cleveland or Houston. Good pitcher. So Tony in the opener went 2 scoreless innings with 2 strikeouts. And I believe it was 2 nights ago we put up his record. I don't remember how many games, but he had a 3-0 record, a 1.95 ERA career against the Mariners. Two to Sucre. Only division not clinched in Major League Baseball, the AL West. Texas took a step in the direction with a win tonight. Angels have lost. Houston in a battle here. This is going to be a 3 for 3 night for Jesus Sucre. Another off-speed pitch. Got it out there. First 3 for 3 night. Big smile for Lloyd. First 3-hit night in the bigs.
We'll take a look at a breaking ball up out of the strike zone. He'll pick up another hit. Hits it out towards left center field. You can see how high that pitch is. We were talking about Altuve. Shoulder high. That's where that was.
He can reach it. Hit a little soft serve on it. Put it out there. That'll baby.
Brent Strom going to make another trip out to the mound. Pitching coach for the Astros.
First career 3-hit game.
Congratulations.
There you go, Jesus. Jesus hitting at 147. He's come a long way. It was in the 90s not too long ago.
What a long conversation.
Honest to goodness. Any good books lately? I mean, jeez. Bring up Ketel Marte as Tony Sipp continues to get ready.
Marte 1 for 3, scored a run in the 5th inning. Kyle Seager, who homered in his last at bat, waiting on deck.
It was a terrific 5th inning for the Mariners. Top half of the inning. Houston scored 3 times, 8 men to the plate, 3 runs on 5 hits, and they left 2. So the Mariners said, "Oh, really? We can do that." They go 4 runs on 5 hits, 8 men to the plate. Leave 1. 3-run homer Seager, and Cruz followed with another. Oh, 2. Hit it the other way. Valbuena can't get it. Good 2-strike hitting by Ketel Marte. He's 2 for 4 tonight. Sucre to second base.
And that'll bring out A.J. Hinch. Make a pitching change. Take a look at the swing by Marte. On an 0-2 count. Elevated breaking ball. Valbuena playing over towards the hole.
Bottom of the 6th inning. Tune in to Root Sports this Saturday when we bring you another Big Sky Conference matchup presented by the local Ford store. Watch the Montana Grizzlies take on the UC Davis Aggies. The action continues Saturday at 1 p.m. Pacific on Root Sports, your home of Big Sky football. Guys, and seems another inning, another pitcher or 2.
It's an open casting call tonight. Tony Sipp going to take over.
Good left-handed pitcher for the Astros. 58 appearances for Tony. ERA just over 2. 59 strikeouts and 52 in the 3rd.
"29 games. You know, in my mind's eye, that's about right. 29 games, 3-0 at 1.92.
And I would have guessed 49 games.
Fair enough. Cleveland, yeah, every trip, every series against Cleveland, every series against Houston. For the last, what, 7 years, 8 years?
Yeah. It seems like it's at least a couple of times. Even a 3-game series, he's going to pitch 2 of them.
Absolutely. He gave him the business first time about that. We saw him. He said, "Hey, what do you want me to tell you?"
Oh, I don't blame A.J. Hinch. He's really pitched
He's
well.
good.
Again.
No,
Yeah.
he was really nice. We had a nice conversation. He's a nice fellow. 1-0. Seager again with 2 men aboard. Popped it up. Correa stayed with it. So the Mariners threaten, don't score.
All season long, we've been asking you to send your photos in using the hashtag #WhereIRoot. I hope you keep them coming all off season as well. How about this one that Matthew sent in? Little Cameron celebrating the big 09 in style with a Mariners cake. And Marion has a to-do list that I can get behind, guys. Garlic fries, check. Great seats, check. Now beat the Astros. Marion, we are working on that. All right, let's get you back upstairs to Dave and Mike, guys.
All right, Angie, having a lot of fun down there. That's good to see. As Danny Farquhar will take over in this ball game. 6-6 contest. Brad Miller, the new right fielder. Likes his pitching story. Bud McClendon said he's going to use the bullpen, and he wasn't kidding. Tony Zek, nice job to get things started, Mike.
I thought he threw the ball extremely well. Good fastball, topped out at 97 miles an hour. Was able to use his slider, but 2 2/3. Did not give up any runs. Had 4 strikeouts and didn't walk anybody. And you can see the rest of the guys. 6 pitchers, now 7 with Danny Farquhar taking over. Mark Trumbull moves from right to first.
3, 4, and 5 coming up for the Astros. And a strike. Carlos Correa couldn't hold up on the swing. He's 1 for 3. We're going to run in the 5th. Danny ahead 0-2.
A couple of good fastballs. That last one at 95.
Correa, Springer, Altuve. Boy, the faces of this franchise for the next 5-10 years. A little jam shot there. Good pitch by Farquhar. Sucre throws him out. Good location on this pitch.
Yep, 0-2. Really able to get in on his hands. Jammed him. A little swinging bunt right out in front of the plate.
Good reacts by Sucre. Gaddis has struck out on sweeping breaking balls the last 2 times up. Not this time. Line drive, and it takes a turn and gets by Miller. Gaddis going to go for his 11th triple, and he's going to get there. We've seen it in person, Mike. A stand-up Evan Gaddis triple.
We were talking about the triples earlier in the game for the big man. We saw Carlos Gomez in center field slip. Cool evening. The grass is wet. Brad Miller out in right. Trying to stop, and whoa. Almost looked as if he turned his ankle a little bit.
Goodness. One out and a go-ahead run at third.
Pinch runner VR will come out and pinch run for Gaddis.
Gaddis finishes the night 2 for 4. Single, 2 strikeouts, and a triple. VR, valuable bench player.
Mariners will bring their infield in. The Astros tonight 4 for 9 runners in scoring position. O'Malley shading towards right center.
Will be Rasmus. Strikeout, single to center, strikeout looking. Gaddis feeling a lot better after that triple. He was frustrated after his at-bats in the 4th and 5th, striking out on breaking balls in the lefty batter's box. Here's 1-1. Gaddis with that triple, his 11th. Now tied for 3rd in the league with Rajay Davis, who has 11. Kevin Kiermaier has 12. And Rosario of Minnesota's got 15. 3-1 pitch. Little looper. That's trouble, and that's going to give Houston the lead again at 7-6. A broken bat. RBI single. Colby Rasmus, his 2nd hit tonight, his 56th RBI of the season.
Like to cut fastball 91 miles an hour, able to get it in on his hands, but with the infield drawn in, clearly breaks his bat. Marte not able to make the catch. See, it barely gets out to the grass. Bring up Carlos Gomez. A bunt base hit his last time back.
Two stolen bases tonight for Gomez. 2 hits. He's also bounced into a double play. Scored a run. Such a big swing to hit it in that direction is unusual.
It's a low curveball from Danny. He has a 12-6 curveball, and he hit it right off the end of the bat.
Gomez coming over from Milwaukee, where he hit 262, 8 homers, 43 runs batted in. That was in 74 games.
Right at the end. Fastball up out of the strike zone. Sucre snap throw down to first, but Rasmus in there safely.
Two. And he tried to bunt on with 2 strikes, and he's out, having fouled it back. Strikeout victim, 2 outs. And again, he's got a little intercostal problem.
Yeah. Tough for him to swing.
Yep. That's why he didn't play in the first game. He pinch ran, and he hurt it in early batting practice a few days ago. Here's Valbuena.
He's done some damage tonight. 1 for 2, but a home run. He also walked and scored a run.
Ball 1 to Luis. The other way, base hit. Rasmus, pretty good speed. He gets the third easily. Valbuena will get the second with a 2-out double. Valbuena, nice night, couple of hits. 16th double.
And a cut fastball, inside out swing right down the line. And that will bring up Chris Carter. Carter with the big home run, the 3-run home run in the 6th inning, his 24th home run on the year. He's able to get a slider in the middle of the plate on an 0-2 pitch and hit it out of the ballpark, hit it out into the Mariners bullpen.
He's so big and strong, Mike. He just threw his hand. Looked like he just threw his hands at that pitch on the 0-2 offering back in the 6th. And he got some mileage out of it.
And you and I have seen that too many times over the last few years.
You know it. With Oakland and now with Houston.
And now Sucre out to the mound.
Our second visit to Houston. It's time to A.J. Hinch. Will Harris warms up and hit. Carter was just starting to heat up after a cold spell. Got into another cold spell, and now he's hot again. In terms of the home runs, I mean, average-wise, started at $195. Power numbers, can't complain about it. And he's going to throw him a cutter. It better be a good one.
Yeah, it better be away. Back-to-back cutters, missed with both of them.
Carter 7 homers in his last and 13 RBIs his last 17 games. 7 homers in his last 8 games. Pretty impressive stuff. 2-2. Sucre holds on. 1 run on the RBI by Rasmus. Coming up for the Mariners. It'll be Cruz, Cano, and Goody. 3, 4, and 5. Astros lead 7-6. Consider how a Washington's lottery win would change your bucket list. Play today. Nice evening here in Seattle. Wild, crazy game. 7-6 Houston as we go to the home 7th. Cruz, Cano, and Goody. 3, 4, and 5 for the Mariners. Against a veteran left-hander, Tony Sipp. Tony came in to get the final out of the 6th inning. Seager popped out to the shortstop with a couple of men aboard. Last time up for Nelson Cruz in the 5th inning. Powered a home run to right center field, his 44th blast of the season, 92nd RBI, and it ended in 0 for 15 for him.
Will Harris continues to throw in the pen for the Astros, as the Astros put the shift on with Nelson hitting. So Altuve on the left side of the infield.
Davis hit 2 today. Cruz 1. Trout and Batista homered today as well. Bautista and the Jays split doubleheader. Angels lost. Encarnacion closing in on 40 home runs as well for the Blue Jays.
Will Harris throwing. Tony might just be facing 2 batters in this inning.
Yeah.
You have Cano on deck, and then after that a couple of right-handers. So probably see Harris in this inning. He's ready to go.
Two to Cruz. Good pitch by Tony Sepp. 1 down.
Off-speed pitch, 79 miles an hour. As you look at our Alaska Airlines Supermo, and Nelson out in front of that last pitch. Robinson Cano 2 for 3 tonight. Scored a run in the 2nd inning. Has his average up to 284 now.
Playing him there towards left field. Rasmus, the left fielder, shading towards the line. The center fielder Gomez moved over to his right. And Robbie pulls one.
Long
Be a base
single.
hit. Yep. And a great arm by Springer. Even if he was 100%, he wasn't going to run on Springer. 3 hits. Mr. Cano, what this game means as we check out the Delta Airlines keep climbing standards, what it means for the Astros. Yankees lost. They're still up by 3. Angels lost. And the Twins still hanging around. And the Boston Red Sox, they're on the board. It's interesting. They're eliminated. We know they're eliminated, but I give them credit. They got on a heck of a hot streak the last few weeks. They were buried in the East.
What a great job by Paul Molitor this year, keeping the Twins in it.
Cano's going to go to second. He's going to limp in there, make it. Wild pitch. Cano to second. Mariners got their first run on a wild pitch. Cano scoring from third. That was back in the 2nd inning. He's got Casimir. A couple of wild pitches. Rudy looking for his first hit. 0 for 3. Couple strikeouts. Sandwich around a play. Little squibber up the first baseline. And Casimir hopped off the mound. Grabbed it and tagged Goody for the out. That was in the 4th inning. Tricky, jerky motion of Sip. A lot of deception in it.
Well, he has a pretty good fastball, so you have to respect that. That last pitch, good changeup, 78 miles an hour, just off the outside corner. And after missing with that first pitch, I think Franklin took a chance that he was going to get a fastball out in front of it.
7 runs, 14 hits, 2 errors for Houston. 6 runs, 10 hits, 1 error for the Mariners. 1-1 to Goody. 2 strikes.
And there's the good fastball elevated, top of the strike zone. Mariners tonight 2 for 5 with runners in scoring position.
Two. Two pitch. Struck him out.
Pretty good split.
2 Ks for 2 and 6. 2 outs here in the 7th. And AJ Hinch going to make a pitching change.
You may leave him in the game. They have first base open. You can put Trumbo on if you want to go after Miller. Left-handed hitter, get your lefty-lefty matchup if that's what you want to do.
Quick message delivered. And here comes Mike Trumbo. Walk and a run scored. Since then, he struck out twice. A hobbled runner at second base, tying run. Left fielder Rasmus straight away and deep for Trumbo. Strike one. One to mark. Chapper charging. Everybody's going to be safe. Infield hit for Trumbo.
Another split, well located right on the outside corner at the knees. Hits it off the end of the bat, and once it gets past Zip, be a base hit. Brad Miller going to get a chance to tie this ball game up.
Brad's first at bat was as pinch hitter, leading off the 6th, and struck out on 3 pitches.
We're in the bottom of the 7th inning, and total of 25 hits as Logan Morrison will come out and run for Trumbo. 25 hits combined.
One more will stay in the game at first base. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Mariners have stranded 5 so far tonight. Houston left 7 men on base. Strike one to Brett.
Had a good year hitting with 2 outs from runners in scoring position, .283 average.
Fly ball, easy play for Springer. Mariners leave 2 in the 7th. Astros still lead at 7-6. 7th inning, Mariners had a 6-3 lead until this happened. Home run, Chris Carter on an 0-2 pitch. Did he kill it or what? Tied to score at 6-6. 7th inning, Rasmus with an RBI single, a broken bat flare into left field gave the Astros a 7-6 lead. They have now as we begin the 8th inning. Jason Castro, a 9-hole hitting catcher, followed by Jose Altuve and George Springer against Danny Farquhar. Second inning of work for Danny. Run on 3 hits, stranded 2 in the 7th.
Danny, the 7th pitcher for the Mariners tonight. Missed it. Tony Zick ended up getting the start. He went 2 2/3, did not give up a run.
4-1 to Castro. Castro on the All-Star team last year. Tough campaign this season. Count stays at 1-2.
Danny's had a good fastball tonight. He's topped out at 95. Good to see his four-seamer back. Cutter's been 90-91. He's hit a few curveballs with it.
Mariners had a 2-0 lead through 4. Then things changed in the 5th. Astros scored 3 times in the 5th. RBI double by Altuve, an infield RBI single by Correa. Home run by Valbuena started things. Mariners answered right back 4 at the bottom of the 5th inning. Seager 3-run homer, Cruz a homer. Foul. And then the Astros come right back on the 3 spot in the 6th inning. That's when Carter hit the 3-run homer. Astros 3 in the 5th, 3 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th. A 7-6 lead. Swing and a miss. Astros strike out Victor. Danny Cade 3 with 1 down.
Well, we'll take a look at this last pitch. Off-speed pitch. Maybe the changeup down out of the strike zone at 87 miles an hour.
Brings up Altuve. RBI double in the 5th. He's 1 for 4. He doubled to right center field. Tune-up.
David Rollins just starting to get loose in the pen.
Rollins, Jose Ramirez, Carson Smith, and Tom Wilhelmsen still left in the pen. 2-0. There's a strike. Altuve rides one high and deep left field. Goody backing up and makes the catch. Two outs in the 8th. Going on right now, Mariners team store offering a cool gift with purchase. Get a free Mariners cooler bag, perfect for tailgating and picnics with your $75 novelty purchase. This free gift is available while supplies last. So get yourself over to Mariners team store today. 2 outs, top 8 brings up George Springer, 2 for 4 tonight.
Danny, so far tonight. 32 pitches, 22 strikes.
Tay. There's him out. Good inning for Danny Farquhar. 1-2-3 in the 8th for the Mariners. It'll be O'Malley, Sucre, and Marte. They trail by 1.
Chance to nominate, folks, your favorite place of the week by tweeting us using the hashtag RootFanFave. This Sunday, one lucky fan will win a Coors Light refrigerator just for participating. For official rules, visit rootsports.com. And guys, I've seen these refrigerators, and they're pretty darn cool. Anyone would want one. Back upstairs to you.
That would have been nice back in the college days. Then again, maybe not. Jake Marisnik, outstanding outfielder, takes over in left field for Kobe Rasmus. And Marwin Gonzalez, he's at first. Another one of the fine bench players. And Will Harrison's the new pitcher.
66 appearances. He's really pitched well. 1.82 ERA. 68 strikeouts and 69 in the third. Opponent's hitting just 169.
Sean O'Malley to lead off. He got some wheels in that outfield with Marisnik, Gomez, and Springer.
They cover a lot of ground.
Bobbled by Correa. O'Malley, too much speed. Tang runs aboard. He's 6.
Actually had a really nice hop to field. Just closed his glove a little bit early. And with the speed of O'Malley, no chance to get him.
See if that's a door opener.
And we'll see how Lloyd wants to play. Sucre 3 for 3 tonight. Valbuena expecting a bunt at third.
Team leader with 8 sacrifice bunts. He's also had a 3 for 3 night. His first in the big leagues. Ball 1. Third error tonight by the Astros. Milwaukee 5-0 over San Diego, so this is the final game still in progress in the Major League slate. They did offer his home plate umpire Andy Fletcher 1-1 count.
Top of the lineup, Ketel Marte waiting on deck as you look at Gregerson getting loose. Oliver Perez, the lefty.
That error for Correa, his 11th. season, most on the team. 1 count to Sucre. 3 singles to center. First one drove in a run. The dribbler goes foul. Oh, 2 strikes to Sucre. O'Malley with good speed. He's at first. 1-2. O'Malley thought about it and then shut it down. 2-2. Two pitch.
Sucre had a base hit on a pitch that was about that high his last time up.
Ball hit foul.
Sucre putting up a fight. This next pitch will be number 7 in this at bat.
6 pitch at bat in the 6th inning. All right.
He's hustling.
Yes, sir. Good job. Two and 2. Full count. Marte's on deck. He's singled his last 2 times up. He's 2 for 4. Two pitch to Sucre. Runner goes. Pitch swung on and popped to short right field. Springer's got a good arm. O'Malley hustles back.
I'll bring up Marte. Another good night for him. 2 for 4 tonight. Scored a run.
He's got his batting average up to 286 from 282 when the game started. Hitting streak now at 3 ball games.
Tom Wilhelmsen has joined David Rawlins in the bullpen. There's Tom.
Wild card chase. Yankees have lost. The Angels have lost. Texas won. Only division not clinched, the American League West. Angels and Rangers 4-game series starts tomorrow in Arlington. Our Delta Airlines keep climbing standings. Look at a wild card chase. Yankees by 3, holding that 1 spot. And the Yankees this weekend closing out the schedule will be at Baltimore. And as a Hurricane Joaquin is out in the Atlantic, that could be interesting. He did go, says Andy Fletcher. 1-2 to Marte, 1 out, 1 on. Harris with the 1-2 pitch. O'Malley back. One and two. Good job by Castro. That ball in front of him, 2-2.
Oliver Perez, the left-hander, continues to throw in the pen for the Astros. There's the former Mariner. Will Harris, 14 pitches, 8 strikes.
Two pitch. Altuve. Correa. Throws wild. Look out.
Well, that was in the second. Could have been the third row, but I think the second row. So Marte will move his way out to second base, and the second error in the inning for Correa.
Fielder's choice E6.
Good feed. You can see O'Malley right on top of him.
Oh, goodness.
Fielder's choice E6. And Oliver Perez. Looks like it will be his turn.
A parade of hurlers tonight. Eighth, 2 outs. Mariners with the tying run at second base as Oliver Perez takes over.
20 appearances, high ERA, over 7. 10 2/3, 14 strikeouts. Opponent sitting 298. He's given up a couple of home runs, and he will face Kyle Seager. Marte out at second base, couple of outs.
Perez, a third of an inning last night. A hit, a run. It was earned. All right, what's he pull out of the bag tonight, Mike, in terms of
everything?
He will give you as much motion, even more than Johnny Cueto. And popped it up. Playable, Valbuena, Castro, Valbuena. Inning over. Mariners leave a runner stranded, 7-6 Astros.
Astros lead it 7-6, and we are going to go to the 9th inning. Coming up on Mariners postgame presented by Delta Airlines, we're going to head inside the clubhouse after this one, hear from the skipper, Lloyd McClendon, and we'll paint a clear picture, at least as clear as we possibly can, because things seem to change minute by minute of the playoff picture. It's all coming up on Mariners postgame presented by Delta Airlines. Guys.
Thanks, Angie. New pitcher for the Mariners, David Rollins out of the pen. Got 3, 4, 5 in the order. See if he can get 3 quick outs, give the Mariners a chance to win it in the home 9th. High fly ball right field for Brad Miller. On the way. Correa has made 2 errors in the 8th inning.
Was able to get away with it.
Yep. 1 for 5 night for Correa. Brings up Jonathan Villar. Came in to pinch run for Evan Gattis in the 7th inning.
This will be his first at bat of the night. Villar, a switch hitter. And there you can see it, 13 total runs, 25 hits, and 4 errors.
Astros have left 7 men aboard. Mariners 2, 4, 6, 8 men they've left on.
There are actually 5 errors in the game. Astros with 4, Mariners with 1.
.283 hitter, 2 homers, 10 runs batted in. Jonathan Villar. Broken bat to Hopper. Ortez got a good strong arm, and having worked with Chris Woodward in terms of body position, footwork, man, it's been outstanding.
He was pretty accurate with it. It seems that every now and then he'll throw one in the dirt, and that's when he kind of gets a little bit lazy. Arm drops. Throws a sinker over there, but when he stays on top of it, he has good carry.
Quick 2 outs here in the 9th. Arwin Gonzalez. Luke Gregerson is ready to go.
Another switch hitter in Gonzalez.
Two outs, nobody on, top 9. 1-run lead for the Astros. He just hit Sucre by accident.
Yeah, that's all he needs.
Oh man, Suki 3 for 4, a run scored and an RBI. He's taking a couple of big hits tonight. Gets 2 quick outs. Now he's 3-0. Marwin Gonzalez. Good one. Chance to put him away here. Decent showing of Astro fans here this last few nights.
Pine tar. But a little pine tar on that baseball.
3-2. And time call. That was priceless. 3-2 to Gonzalez. Pitch from Rollins. Struck him out. A 1-2-3 ninth for David Rollins. Nice job. Coming up for the Mariners, who trail by 1. That'd be Nelson Cruz, Robinson Cano, and Franklin Gutierrez. Tonight for the bullpen, Tony Zick got it started. All hands on deck.
8 pitchers for the Mariners tonight. Started with Tony Zick, pitched well. All the way through to David Rollins.
.152 pitches thrown by the Mariners tonight.
Luke Gregerson going to take over. 30 saves and 35 opportunities. 3.20 ERA, 57 strikeouts in 59 innings. Opponent sitting 215. He has given up 5 home runs, and he'll pitch to the middle of the lineup. It'll be Cruz, Cano, and Gutierrez.
Only 1 for 9 against Gregerson. It was a home run.
Pretty good sinker slider combination. One to try to keep the ball on the ground.
First pitch from Gregerson. In there for a strike. Alley with a home run back in the 5th. He's really been susceptible to that pitch in the last few games. Entered tonight 0 for 13. And went to 0 for 15. Then he homered in the 5th inning. Struck out again in the 7th. Gregerson's got him 0-2. Oh, bad. Third time he's K'd tonight. Twice struck out last night in the size 4 collar on Monday. So it's been a bad series for Nelly. 4, 6, 8 strikeouts in 3 games.
Yeah, we're not used to seeing that from him. It just appears that he's not picking the ball up. Sometimes seeing it right now. On the flip side of it, Cano's had a good night again. 3 for 4 tonight, scored a run. Has his average up to 285 now.
Six for 11 on the series.
Astros had the shift on, but Cano hit it. And he'll beat the shift. Going the other way. His 4th base hit.
Outstanding.
See if we get a pinch runner for him.
Jonesy going to come out?
I would think so. Yeah, it will be James Jones. Take a look at this swing. Little two-seamer running away from it was right on the outside corner. And James Jones is going to run.
Great night for Robbie. 4 hits, 4 for 5. Jones with exceptional speed. Represents a tying run here in the ninth. Waiting for Goody to come out. There comes Franklin. He's had some big moments this year. See if we can have another one. Goody 0 for 3 against Luke Gregerson. Base hit by Cano, Mariners' 12th hit. Ball 1.
Gregerson going with a slide step.
0 for 4 night for Franklin. Struck out 3 times.
Trying to quicken up his motion to home plate. Castro a chance to throw out Jones if he decides to run.
Pretty good lead by James. Nope. Shut it down. There's a line drive right at Gomez, and he's there, and he's going to try to throw him out. And he got him! Oh, my goodness! Another base running mistake by the Mariners. What a throw by Carlos Gomez. Game over. Oh, man.
Just too many mistakes in the ball game to win it. And you take another look at it. Strong throw. And he's clearly out.
Oh, brother. We've seen too many base running faux pas from this ball club this year.
That will be a point of emphasis in spring training.
Oh my goodness.
Guarantee that.
That hurt. Yikes. That'll end the ball game. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Mariners post game presented by Delta Airlines starts right now with Brad Adam and Dave Valley. Fellas.
Guys, a wind taken out of our sails on that play. Carlos Gomez, who had stumbled and fallen, slipped a couple of times in center field tonight, comes up with the catch and the cannon to first base. James Jones running on the play. Tough situation for him trying to pick up where the ball is and get back, but take another look at this one. This is a rocket from Gomez, Val, in center field.
Well, he's got a very strong arm out there, but there is absolutely no reason to be getting doubled up here. You are down a run. You have to be playing it safe. James Jones just takes a little bit too much, and Carlos Gomez comes up and fires a strike to Gonzalez to nail James Jones at first base and for the final out of the game. That hurts even more so. Gonzalez trying to deke Jones right there, stays back, takes it on the long hop, and clearly James Jones is out by about 8 to 10 inches right there.
Jones pinch running early in this series, got picked off first base too. So as Mike Blauer said, hey, point of emphasis, spring training.
Just have to know the situation. You know, when you're down, you're not going to take a chance. You're not going to try to get that extra base. You have to allow it to happen. You can't make it happen. It looked like James was trying to get a little bit too much, a little greedy. And Mr. Gomez showing off that cannon out there in center field.
Well, there were a lot of hits tonight, a lot of pitchers, a lot of mistakes, and a tie game, 6-6, 7th inning. Astros coming up, 1 out. Evan Gattis, believe it or not, Val, this is his 11th triple win. Brad Miller falls in right field.
Yeah, this was not a pretty game tonight. There was a lot of things going on both sides of the field, both the Astros and the Mariners. But right there, Brad, that ball was slicing to the right side. Brad slipped, lost it, and Gattis gets a triple. And then right here, Cody Rasmus just fights one off and plunks it out there in shallow left center field to score Gattis.
That was it, 7-6. The Mariners go through the bullpen, just about the entire bullpen. The bullpen start today. Tony Zick starts it. David Rollins ends it. a lot in between, and the Astros take the game 7-6. Not a pretty one, but they take the series. We'll see how that affects the AL wildcard and the West race. It's going to be a fun, interesting season for three of those teams coming down the wire in the West. All right, as we get going here on Mariners postgame presented by Delta Airlines, we'll get some reaction to this one. Again, we'll update you on some scores, tell you who else is clinched, give you a little preview of our high school football game tomorrow, and get Val's keys as well. All coming up on postgame presented by Delta Airlines.